Have you ever been so excited to go somewhere, but when you got there, you really just felt left out and so out of place? This happened to me when I was 7 and I came here to America for the very first time. Coming from Mexico City, a very populated city where you see people walking around like nothing, to Georgia, which is where my family and I first stayed when we got here. In Georgia being a state which that's, you could say, alone, because all you could see outside the car window were cows, ranches that were alone, big fields. Was a very frustrating experience for me because it filled me with a lot of anxiety. Culture shock is described as feelings of anxiety and disorientation due to a lack of familiar cues and loss of predictability. And in my case, I can say I experienced that when I got here. At home, before school started, it felt like nothing had changed. I spoke Spanish to my family. My family and I were still close, but everything started changing little by little once school started. I remember the first day of school wearing a uniform that was said to be required, but once I got in that school bus, I felt everyone's eyes on me because I was the only one wearing the uniform. Apparently, the rules about the uniform had changed that year, and the uniform was not required anymore. I remember feeling so left out. Another barrier was also and I think the biggest one was the language barrier, because there was no form of communication. I could only communicate with those that spoke Spanish, which were very few. Although at first it was really hard, I also got some positive aspects from it. I got to make new friends who, just like me, didn't know the language. I also got to learn a whole new language, which helped expand my mind. I remember going after school every day, reading a book from the library, and even though I didn't get anything of what was being said on the book, reading the book really helped me familiarize myself with English words. Although I think that getting to know another culture may seem really scary at first, I think it's worth it just because it helps us discover new things and new people with an open heart.